If you have a felony, you might be wondering if trucking is even worth considering. Maybe you are thinking, am I going to pay for CDL school, finish training, and still get rejected? Here's the direct answer. Yes, many people with felony convictions can become truck drivers. A felony by itself does not automatically mean you can never get a CDL, but not every record qualifies. And getting a CDL is not the same thing as getting hired. The biggest mistake is assuming the word felony is the only thing that matters. It isn't. What matters is the offense, when it happened, whether a vehicle was involved, state rules, hazmat rules, and employer policy. A felony does not automatically block every person from becoming a truck driver. The federal government sets CDL rules through the FMCSA, but FMCSA says most drivers get their CDL through their home state. And FMCSA itself does not issue CDLs. Your state DMV or state licensing agency handles the actual CDL process. So there are two separate questions. First, are you legally allowed to get or keep a CDL? Second, will a trucking company hire you? Those are not the same thing. Federal CDL rules look at what happened, when it happened, whether a vehicle was involved, and whether the offense connects to commercial driving. For example, a first conviction for using a vehicle to commit certain felonies can disqualify a CDL holder for 1 year or 3 years if hauling hazardous materials. That does not mean every felony creates that penalty. The facts matter. There's also a more serious rule for certain drug offenses. Using a vehicle in a felony involving manufacturing, distributing, or dispensing a controlled substance can lead to lifetime CDL disqualification under federal rules. The key phrase is using a vehicle in that controlled substance felony. This is not the same as saying every drug conviction always creates the same result. Another major disqualifier involves human trafficking. Using a commercial vehicle in a felony involving severe forms of human trafficking can also lead to lifetime CDL disqualification. So the better question is not just, do I have a felony? The better question is, what was the offense? When did it happen? And was a vehicle involved? Your state may also have its own rules, so check your state licensing agency before you pay for training. Hazmat is different from regular freight. A hazmat endorsement allows you to haul hazardous materials, so it comes with extra security screening. Hazardous materials endorsements require a TSA security threat assessment. Some felony convictions are permanently disqualifying for hazmat. Others may be temporarily disqualifying, depending on the conviction date or release date. But do not confuse hazmat with all trucking. If hazmat is blocked, that does not automatically mean you cannot drive dry van, refrigerated freight, flatbed, dump truck, local delivery, waste hauling, or other non-hazmat jobs. Even when the law allows you to drive, companies still get a vote. A CDL can open doors, but it does not guarantee a job. Trucking companies have their own policies. Their insurance companies may also affect who they can hire. Some carriers are more open to second chance applicants than others. Employers may look at the type of offense, how long ago it happened, your release date, your driving record, and your work history. Honesty matters too. If an application asks about convictions, do not hide something that will show up later. A company may be more willing to consider an old conviction than a false application. There are also non-criminal requirements. Commercial drivers generally must pass a DOT medical qualification exam. You also have to deal with drug and alcohol testing. And the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse tracks CDL driver drug and alcohol program violations. So the felony matters. But your driving record, medical status, drug and alcohol status, training, and employer policy matter too. Before you sign up for CDL school, slow down and check your path. First, check your state CDL rules through your DMV or licensing bureau. Second, review your driving records. Tickets, DUIs, suspensions, and serious violations can hurt your chances, even apart from the felony. Third, write down the exact offense, conviction date, release date, and whether any vehicle was involved. Fourth, ask CDL schools direct questions before enrolling. Do not just ask, can felons get jobs? Ask, do you place students with my specific conviction type? Ask how far back employees look. Ask which carriers they work with. Ask whether their partner companies require hazmat or certain endorsements. Then call trucking companies yourself. Be honest, brief, and specific. You can say, I'm looking into CDL training. I have a felony conviction for this offense from this year. Do you consider applicants with that background? Also, look beyond big national carriers. Some people find better chances with second chance carriers, smaller companies, construction trucking, dump truck work, local delivery, waste hauling, or regional freight. Be careful with any school or recruiter promising a guaranteed job without reviewing your background. The goal is simple. Find out if there is a realistic path before you spend thousands of dollars. So, can a felon become a truck driver? Yes, in many cases. But it depends on the offense, whether a vehicle was involved, state licensing rules, federal CDL disqualification rules, hazmat rules, medical qualification, drug and alcohol status, driving record, and employee policy. Some doors may be closed. Rejection can happen. But regular freight and second chance employers may still be worth exploring if you are eligible. Do not guess. Do not pay first and ask questions later. Check the rules, call employers, build your plan around the jobs you can actually qualify for. If this helped, like this video, subscribe to Fresh Start Society, and visit freshstartsociety.hq.com for more information.